It's March the 20th, and this is your Pacific Palisades Real Estate Market Update. I'm James Respondek with Rodeo Realty, and I've sold hundreds of homes to generations of Palisadians. Call me, I'm here to help you too. There are 289 active listings on the market right now, both land and existing homes, and 566 properties altogether have sold since the fire. There are 43 properties in escrow. 210 of the active listings are land listings and 79 are existing homes. 434 have sold in land category, 132 existing homes. In the land solds, the average price per square foot is $255 a square foot. This week in the Alphabet Street land, 14 active listings. 99 have sold since the fire, 3 are in escrow. And just listed is 958 Galloway Street, which is a 6,200 square foot lot, listed at $2.2 or $355 a foot. Now the average price to date on the properties in the Alphabet Streets is $291 a foot. Now, admittedly, that number has been creeping up. I don't think it's got to $355 yet. Just listed 760 Hartselle. Now this is an attractive buy. 6,500 square foot lot, $1,850,000 or $284 a foot, below the average. This is a good buy. It is in the first block from Sunset, so it's not the ideal location, but still I think it's a very good buy. And just sold 1142 Hartselle, premium location on Hartselle. 6,500 square footer has sold for just over $2.1 million or $307 a foot. I still think that was a pretty good buy because the location is so good. This week above the Alphabet Streets, land listings, there are 20 properties on the market. 21 have sold since the fire. 1 lot's in escrow right now. The average price per square foot is $242 a foot there. And just listed 1355 Berea Place. This is a almost 6,800 square foot lot. It's mostly downhill. There's not much flat, but it does have absolutely killer views to the south and the west. So down to the village and then back towards up to Malibu. Listed at $4.5 million. Now this had a big, nice home on it before, which was, I think, 7,800 square feet. So you're going to be able to build a nice sized house there. This week in the Via Bluffs land listings, 34 properties on the market. A lot to choose from there. 68 have sold since the fire. 5 are in escrow. The average price per square foot there, $304. Sold, just sold, 15213 DePaul Street, an 10,000 square foot lot that had a 8,000 square foot house on it, has sold for $2.9 million or $281 a foot. This is on that rim looking into the park, and I think as you look to the right, you'll get a little bit of ocean views there too. Just listed 646 Via de la Paz, listed for almost $2 million. It's a 6,000 square foot lot, and that's coming in at $333 a foot. So 646, that's on the eastern side of Via. Okay, so they're not quite as big a lot there, but still, I love that location. And just sold 704 Haverford. This was a nice buy. 6,600 square foot flat lot. Sold for $1.5 million or $227 a foot. So this is the lower Via Bluff, so you get a little less price per square foot there, but you still got that great location. And if your kids are going to high school, easy little walk to the high school. Just sold 576 Via de la Paz, sold for $2.6 million, a 7,500 square foot lot, and that's coming in at $347 a foot. Okay, so that's a little farther down, a little closer to the bluffs. A lot of people like that, being close to the bluffs. Just listed 701 Via de la Paz, listed for $2.5 million. 6,600, 8,300 square foot lot. This is a great, I like this buy. I put a little check on this one. This one definitely is a nice buy. It's 301 a square foot, so it's under the average, a bigger lot on the rim side. I think that's a sweet buy. That's on my top buy list for the week. This week in the Huntington land listings, there are 9 active land listings right now. 34 have sold since the fire. 2 are in escrow. The average price per square foot in the Huntington, $429 a foot for the solds. And just sold 14948 Camarosa Drive. Wow. This sold for over $7 million, $7,033,500 to be exact. A 12,700 square foot lot, so it's a nice big lot, and apparently you get some views from this property. It kind of more from a second story, I think. That's coming in at $554 a foot. Wow. So that is a nice location, deep in the Huntington. And this week in the Riviera existing homes, there are 24 properties to choose from in there. 30 have sold since the fire, 3 are in escrow, and just sold, a nice new house on Corsica, 1220 Corsica, sold for $17.8 million. This is 10,300 square foot house, Ken Unger design, nice house. I mean, you want to be nice, 17.8, right? It's on a 16,000 square foot lot, and that's coming in at $1,730 a square foot for the house. We have just listed 550 Spoleto Drive. Okay, fun fact, 1988. I sold this house when it was brand new for, I think, I don't know, my memory fades, maybe $3 million. That was kind of the going rate for a new house then. It's had like several iterations since then. This is now 8,200 square feet on a 16,300 square foot lot, $14.5 million. It's showing very nicely now, I must say. And just sold 1330 San Remo Drive. This sold for $3.325 million. It's a 21,000 square foot lot. Now don't get too excited about this because a lot of this went down the hill. I got a little bit of Sunset noise because it sat right, over Sunset, as far down San Remo. There was a house on it that was kind of like mid-construction, and they weren't, I don't think, doing a fabulous job. As I walked through it, it was not a I think it was a tear down, to be honest with you. Okay, so let's call it a tear down. Had some views, but $3.3 million gets you in the Riviera, so that's not too bad. The entry in the Riv's what, 6.5? Okay, this week in the El Medio Bluff land listings, 9 active land listings, 26 have sold since the fire, 1 in escrow. The average price in there is $285 a foot, and just sold 545 Muskingum Place, sold for $1,850,000. It's a almost 6,000 square foot lot, or $311 a square foot. That's just a kind of a cool little spot. It's kind of a loop there of Las Casas. They call it, Muskingum. They call it Muskingum Place. And just listed 642 Muskingum proper, I would call it. And I think this was right on the corner of Muskingum and Miami. A little over 6,000 square foot lot, coming in at $1,008,000 or $297 a foot. I like it. It's a good entry level for that area. Okay, it's not a crazy good price, but it's a solid price. Let's go to the El Medio Bluffs in the existing homes. 4 active listings right now. 10 have sold. 1's in escrow, and just listed 522 Arbramar. And this is a 3,600 square foot house in very nice condition, $4.4 million. The lot's a good size, 8,721. I like it. It's probably a tad high, but it's a big lot. That is a big lot, so they probably will get it. Okay, this week in the Upper El Medio land listings, there are 10 active land listings. 11 have sold since the fire. One's in escrow. The average price up there, $182 a foot. And just listed 871 Oreo Place. All right? So, this is 5264 square foot lot. It does terrace down the hill. It's got views back across that kind of Bienvenida Canyon, as it were. So you got Bienvenida back up to Lockman. So it's a kind of a canyon view. Not a lot of flat land, but it is $1.3 million. So that price is a pretty low price for that area. Upper El Medio, existing homes this week. 5 properties on the market. 5 have sold. One's in escrow. The average, just listed is 1205 Las Lomas Place. Okay, this is an interesting property. I've watched it over the years. It's gone through a few different developers, and I think this guy finally figured it out. He did build a nice product. They don't state the square footage, but I'm going to say it's between 35 and 4, something like that. Very nicely done. And the quality is very good. The lot there, it's grossing $17,000, but a lot of that goes up the hill in the back. And so it really just has a courtyard, backyard with a pool, kind of feels like Palm Springs. The house has a really good vibe, but it is $7.5 million, okay? It's got some views. There will be houses built across the street, but there's a killer rooftop deck up above that has spectacular views and a very well executed rooftop deck. In the Las Casas Loop land listings this week, 11 properties have sold. Are on the market. 10 have sold. One's in escrow. The average price per square foot there, $208 a square foot. And just listed 381 North Las Casas. I don't know why they call it north, because it really is south. It's kind of weird how they named that. It's listed at $1.2 million or $203 a square foot. It's 5,900 square foot lot. This is good, but what I like even better, 381, is 353. 381's you got to watch Las Casas, has some sunset effect. This one has a little bit. 353 doesn't have much at all because it's farther down, so it's getting over that kind of Bel Air Bay Club area. And this is listed at the same price, $1.2 million, and it's the same size. So I really like 353. I think that's a good solid buy for $1.2 million. And just sold 535 Las Casas. They're calling it North Las Casas again. This sold for, check it out, $750,000. Amazing price. Why is that? Because this backyard is literally on Sunset. So you get a lot of sunset effect there on that one. That's why that price is so low. This week in the Marquez Knolls land listings, wow, you got a lot to choose from. 47 properties on the market there. 81 have sold, 6 are in escrow. Average price per square foot in there, $176 a square foot, and I've got the most screaming buy I'm going to talk about here in a minute. So just listed is 1377 Lockman Lane. This isn't the screaming listing. It was pretty screaming when it sold for 2.6 in May of 25. Now it's $4 million. They want to turn a handsome little profit there. We've got 16835 Livorno Drive is just listed for, this is the screaming buy, $900,000, 6,500 square foot flat lot. It's not on the Sunset side of Livorno. It's on the better sides, more removed from Sunset. 900,000. There will be multiples on this, and it will go over. It seems to me anyway. And just listed 16918 Marquez Avenue. This is listed for $1,550,000. It's 6,300 square feet, a little bit more, or $245 a foot. It's okay, not great. And then we've got 16539 Chattanooga. I think this is Chattanooga Place, actually. One listed for $1,535,000 or $250 a foot, a 6134 square foot lot. And then we've just sold 16784 Edgar Street, sold for $1,380,000 or $243 a foot. That was close to 5,700 square foot lot. We're going to go to the Highlands land listings this week. 14 active listings. 27 have sold. 3 are in escrow. The average price per square foot, $111 a foot. So you can see you really get some amazing value in the Highlands. Just sold is 1823 Michael Lane. Okay, this is Michael Lane where they call it the Tennis Estate Street. It's gated. There's like only 14 houses on this street. There's a couple, 3 tennis courts, a swimming pool, a little gym for 14 houses. I mean, and it's gated. And check it out. This is a 10,000 square foot lot, 10.6. What did it sell for? $1.1 million. That was a good buy. And in the Highlands, in the existing homes this week, 12 properties are on the market. 18 have sold since the fire, 2 in escrow. And we have just sold 17053 Palisades Circle for $2,675. This had good square footage, almost 3,700 square feet on a 12,000 square foot lot. You know, the location was kind of weird because it was tucked down a kind of flag lot driveway and didn't feel like it had a lot of flat land, and the floor plan was okay, you know, but still, you got a lot for your money there. And this week, in the Castellamar existing homes, there are 5 properties on the market. 7 have sold, and we have just sold 17405 Castellamar. This sold for $5,270,000. This is a 4,000 square foot property on a 4,000 square foot lot. Now, it's got great views. You know where it is? It's on Castellamar behind kind of like the Equinox gym building, looking straight out towards Gladstone's above it. So you've got killer ocean views. So it was all about the view there. And it was a kind of a cool house, not any real flat land to speak of. Okay, this week in the Sunset Mesa existing homes, 1 property on the market, 13 have sold, 1's in escrow, and just sold 18137 Wakecrest Drive, sold for $2.2 million, 1,900 square foot house on a 7,000, a little under 7,000 square foot lot. Very Palm Springsy feeling. It probably will need some updates. And this week in the Sunset Mesa land listings, 14 properties on the market, 25 have sold, 1 in escrow. The average price per square foot up there, $182 a foot. And just listed 18235 Wakecrest. Wow, for $1.2 million. You know what? This is 6,850 square feet, so it's on the uphill side of Wakecrest, not the downhill, which has the better views. But you can put 2-story houses on this side, so you'll get some views from your 2nd story level, and you might get little peekaboos from the 1st story. But you know what? For $1.2 million, not bad. Looks like the pre-existing house was 2,144 square feet. Oh, we have one more up there. 3637 Seahorn Drive, listed for $1,495. That's a 9,240 square foot lot. A little bit of that goes up the hill in the back. That's also on the uphill side of Seahorn, so you can do the 2-story houses on that side. Okay, and that's for $1.5 million. Last but not least, Malibu Beach land listings. 1 property sold, 19124 Pacific Coast Highway. Check this out. It sold for $1.5 million. It's got 30-foot beach frontage. That's a nice buy. I hope this information has been helpful to you. And I see more property than just about anybody. So if you're looking for something, you know what? I've seen it all. And if you're thinking of selling in this market, I've I've helped my clients navigate through the toughest of markets. So call me. I'm here for you too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.